Hello everyone, welcome to Victoria's English. I'm a teacher of English to speakers of other languages. I just came back from running. I kicked off my shoes and I just jumped right in. I wanted to offer you what I consider some special advice for the next coming weeks. I would like you to find a book to read if you haven't done so already. And why am I encouraging you to read? As I am delivering different lessons on grammar throughout the week, I'm hoping that you will read your books of choice and see how the information I'm sharing with you is applied in your reading. Does it make sense? Do the two work together? I think that would be a wonderful experience for you to make meaning of what you're learning from my YouTube lessons and the world around you. And that world includes, your reading adventure. So, what was I gonna say? One of the things that you will really love about reading is that it's going to expand your English vocabulary. And why is that important? When you go to the market, you go see the mechanic, hairdresser or barber, a restaurant, reading is going to provide you with the language that you need. It's like having a toolbox. You're like, oh, I need a spanner. Where's the spanner? Oh, there it is. Oh, where's a pair of pliers? It's a screwdriver. You'll have all the tools that you need throughout the day. Once in a while, even people who speak the language fluently, who've been speaking English for years, do scratch your head to find the right words or the right way to say something. But you'll notice that you won't be struggling as much. You'll be scratching your head like everybody else. I guess what I'm saying is you will have all the words you need because you'll be prepared. And so, how exactly will you grow your vocabulary bank? Well, over the weekend, read from 10 to 20 pages. And here's a challenge that I'm going to present you with. When you pick your book from Amazon or from your local library, try to figure out what book we can read without having to refer back to the dictionary. What exactly do I mean by this? Can you read a passage and try to guess the meaning of what it's talking about without having to look up the words? Well, if you can, I'd say pick that book. And is the book interesting to you? If so, then that's great. So in the 10 to 20 pages that you're going to be reading, underline the words that you've guessed, whose meanings you've guessed. And then when you're done, just go look them up and see how close you were to the actual meanings of those words. And it's going to be exciting to see how well you did. Some people like to go back and forth. They find a word they don't know, they look it up, and just going back and forth like that between the book they're reading and the dictionary. It's up to you to decide, but I'd much rather you get the general idea instead of looking up every word. Let me know how it goes. Either way, I think it's going to be a wonderful experience. Also, when you read, pay attention to the specific topics that you learned, the subject, the verb, the object, prepositions. Try to bring everything together. Do you see everything that we've talked about so far? And if you do, that's great. If you don't, maybe you should look harder. Put on your glasses. Anyway, have a lovely weekend. Abianto Church. And I am looking forward to next week, where I will also be sharing my experience, my reading experience with you. One thing I need to mention, remember our topic, questions. You will see how it applies in our readings over the weekend. So be sure to do your part. All right, I will see you then.